What's the most memorable game you played in 2025 on the tour? Something that gives you a special feeling, how it ended?
Probably my game against Ali Reza from the Bucharest leg of the Grand Chess Tour. Not that it was a great game, but just because the game had so many phases and was so dramatic, and also for both of us playing, like we had a lot of emotions. He was, thinking, I'm losing at some point. I'm sure I can only of course guess what his thoughts were, but I'm losing at some point. Now I'm saving the game and relief. And on the other hand, I was thinking, I'm going to win this game. I'm definitely going to win this game. And then suddenly I was like, no, it's going to be a draw. And I was like, I'm definitely going to win this game again. And then I realized that I had kind of blundered near that, and I was like, maybe it's going to be a draw, when it was queen pawn versus rook pawn, which is a super weird endgame. And I was thinking, I wasn't sure if it's a draw, and it turned out to be a draw, but it was very difficult, and he made the final mistake. So that game had like all the phases, all the emotions you could expect from a really long and difficult game, both from the, let's say, emotional, psychological point of view, and also from the chess point of view. It's not a perfect game by any means, but for me, it would be the most memorable game this year.
Definitely winning the Blitz and Rapid in St. Louis, winning it with a couple of rounds to spare. Because the way it works, Blitz and Rapid, you play a tournament and quite often you just can't get a break. Everybody's so strong and you're just there hoping to make it to top 5. And it was definitely very memorable that I managed to just dominate the tournament in the Blitz cycle.
This year in the Grand Chess Tour so far, of course I finished first in the standings, but I didn't win a single event, although I tied for first in Bucharest. So, winning an event in itself would be very memorable. But of course I remember my consistency and also the way I managed to fight back, especially in this event in Bucharest, as I was sick from the beginning of the tournament. I lost my first game and somehow managed to, use my last throw of energy game after game, won 3 games, tied for first, and put myself in a great position, even though I was not able to win in the tiebreak, and Pragg was a deserved winner of that event.
Yeah, I think overall for me, winning the Bucharest was a special thing. That did give me a lot of confidence and also a good place in the tour. But if I have to really pick a game, I think my last game in Sinquefield against Levon, because that actually 100% put me into the finals. So it was not clear until the last game. So that's how the format is, that nothing was clear towards the end of Sinquefield. Even at the last day, there were many players who could catch up and so on. So I think my classical events went well. Rapid and Blitz could be improved, and for me, getting here was the aim, and I got here. So, and now it's more important to focus on this and make it to the finals.